board's gone and you still have the obliterator in play, which is pretty cool. So.
Yeah. It is potentially at least a sideboard tool that you would want to have afforded to you if you were playing some mono black control.
Sure.
But for now, we're going to toss it over to Glenn Jones at the sideboard. We'll get that mono black control interview. And for the time being, we're going to be taking a short break. So I'm Patrick Sullivan with Cedric Phillips, and we will be back shortly with round 5 of SCG Open Las Vegas.
See you guys in a bit.
Sorry guys, I'm readjusting my mic here. We're at the sideboard with Chad White, who you just saw in the SCG Live Arena, facing off against Michael Hetrick. You won that match.
Yeah.
You're 4-0 now, and you're playing mono black control.
Yes.
How'd you wind up choosing mono black control for the tournament?
It was the deck I actually built, and I tested it I've been testing it a lot, and I've played a lot of Delver decks. I actually played 2 Delver decks, and I think they're my worst matchup, and I beat them 2-1, and I was on a draw both games.
Oh.
I haven't won 1 dice roll yet.
And 4-0 nonetheless.
Yeah, and this deck is really bad on the draw.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about developing it, I guess. You say you've been working on it for a while. Where'd you start?
Yeah. I looked at Mike Floor's list.
Okay.
And then I looked at a list that Top Date recently, I think 2 SCG
Seattle,
Opens.
Phil Jones, I want to say. I think that was it.
So I looked at those 2 lists. I didn't really like Phil's. It was kind of clunky. And then, but I combined the 2 lists. I went from Mike Flores has the more artifact build.
Sure.
And so I went with that. And what's cool is with the Wellsprings, you can actually run a really low land count. I only run 22 lands. And that's because the Wellsprings, you get so much card draw off it.
Sure.
And it's really easy to mulligan down to 5 or 6 and just have lands in the Wellspring in your hand and actually get you there.
Yeah, you just come back and you can develop your game plan. So you're running 22 lands and you've got 7 drops, like Karn Liberator.
Yeah, I have 2 Karns, and then I have 2 Worm Coils. Staff and Inn. This was actually, it was Grave Titan or Staff and Inn. I took out Grave Titan because when I'm discarding the Liliana the Veil, it's better to have an artifact that you can recur back to your hand.
With Buried Ruin or whatever.
And it's actually worked out amazing. Yes, it's been really good because it shuts off Moreland Haunt and late game Delvers.
Sure.
And the card advantage on it is so huge. It's very hard to lose the game from there. I actually got it from LSV, said it was maybe playable, and so I was I'll try it, and it's actually worked out really good.
Proving LSV right over here.
And Liliana is really bad.
The new Liliana, we're not liking her.
No, I just side her out every game. She's kind of good in control matchups. I haven't had one, but you get and she lets you get to your lands every turn.
Sure.
Because you're only running 22 lands, but she's just so slow, and her -3 ability, you have to literally blow her up, and it's just not that good.
Yeah, it's kind of inefficient, and she doesn't build anything that's game winning either. It's more of a threat in that you get the card advantage, but it's not going to kill them. A lot of planeswalkers will just kill the opponent if you give them enough time, but Liliana's not going to do it by herself. Let's talk about a few of the cards. We've got Mutilate, which is pretty convenient Wrath Effect. How has it played for you? The restriction?
It's okay. I'm not running a lot of swamps. This is more of an artifact build. It's just black for the removal.
That's what I was concerned about.
And it works out okay. The reason why I ran 3 of those over and then I run 1 Black Sun is because it dodges Mana Leak well.
Okay.
It's very hard to Black Sun a Restoration Angel because you have to tap out, whereas you could just mutilate.
You might get them with this, and especially if you're trying to get to the point where you have 7 mana anyway, you're going to have 4 swamps most of the time. Sure, that makes a lot of sense. We've also got Sever the Bloodline. I know you said that's a sideboard card. What about Life's Finale?
Life's Finale is actually, I side him out against Delver because it's just horrible.
Side him out?
But against these Nyapod decks, you can get to 6 mana, no problem.
Sure.
And if you Life's Finale, you could just get rid of all their main creatures that they have in their library.
Yeah.
It's just okay. It's another Wrath Effect. I usually side it out if I said, against Delver because it just gets Mana Leak so easily.
Yeah, I like the idea of this card against Pod because you can just sort of cut off part of the chain, completely remove their ability to ascend.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So you've played 4 rounds. You're undefeated. But is there anything you would change about the deck so far?
Take out Liliana. Add the 3rd Liliana the Veil that's in the sideboard.
Okay.
Other than that, it's really hard to tell. It's worked out good. Cards I might want to take out is Tribute to Hunger. Because Tribute to Hunger was actually good when when Delver was kind of decked.
A lot of
get
Geist,
their Geist Exchange Trap or their end of turn Restoration Angel. But like other than that, it's like if you play against like Niapod, they have Blade Splicers and stuff like that.
Sure, that makes
and
sense.
it's just really bad. And I also was running 2 Barber Bloods over 2 Mutilates, just because. But like the metagame changed a lot.
Yeah,
It's
all
like,
these pod decks, all these Hunt Masters.
It's horrible against pod.
Yeah.
So
That makes a lot of sense, man. Well, Chad, thanks.
thank you.
Good luck. 5-0 or 4-0, looking to be 5-0 next round.
Maybe.
I hope I didn't just jinx you. I would feel
Yeah.
kind of bad. But we're going to be back with round 5 of the Standard Open out here in Las Vegas. Thanks.
Good.